What is going on, my friends? You already know the vibes. It is your boy John Quick of the Talk That Lingo crew. But we talk that lingo very fast, and like I always say, it's harder to keep money than to get it. We're gonna be getting into some crazy things here today. I'm with my boy, the one, the only Red X Talib Bands. Listen, this brother has done some tremendous stuff, some tremendous work, and continues to do so. How you living, my brother? How we doing out there on the sunny side of Brooklyn?
Man, highly favored, highly blessed. You know what I'm saying? Another day to wake up, do what I love to do. Another
Right.
day to breathe. Another day to show kindness. It's a good day in my book. Man, I'm happy to be back. What's up, man?
I hear that. I got a couple topics for you. But let me ask you this. Have you seen the apology from Will Smith?
Yes. Yes, I
You
did. I
have.
did see it. I did see it. And you know what? I love Will Smith. I do, but he could have kept that apology.
What?
He could have kept it. Come on. Come on. And
What?
you know what? You know what? I'm gonna say he could kept it. And I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't have said this if I didn't see this clip. There is actually, I don't know if you saw it, bro, but there's actually a movie clip
Uh-huh.
that literally, if you put it side by side with what happened at the Oscars, you
Uh-huh.
would have really thought it was put together.
You talking about the whole slap?
Yeah, the whole slap. There was a movie, an old school movie where the whole thing happens where the guy's wife is being heckled. He's in the front row and he gets up, slaps the comedian the same way, and sits back down. I'm like,
And
wait.
what movie is this?
You know what? I can't think of the name, but I'm gonna look it up. But if you just put in the movie slash Will Smith slap, it'll pop up. So
Wow.
when I saw that, I'm like, you know what? You can't feel bad for Chris Rock because the only thing that happened to him was his ticket prices went up.
That's a fact.
He didn't lose.
That's a fact.
He didn't lose. Yeah, yo, you got slapped. Ticket prices went up. You getting booked more than ever. They need you more than ever. And you holding off on saying anything about the slap because you know it's going to cost more when you finally speak.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be too mad at Will Smith. I might actually want to get that man a handshake.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna say a hand job, but it was just
Oh,
crazy. So I'm like,
yo,
what?
it's Hollywood. You don't know what they doing out
I
there.
don't
You
know
know,
what's going on behind closed doors. You right about that.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
So let me ask you this: if that were you, if
Mm.
that were you, would you want to hear an apology? Would you really want to, regardless of how this apology sounds? Would you
Uh,
hear an apology?
Me taking out the fact that the person who I am, because if Will Smith saw me up there joking about his wife, and Will Smith saw me,
Mm.
he would know. But let's take the ego out of it. Let's take the if he did just walk up there and slap me, I'm suing Will Smith.
You suing him?
Will Smith, you getting sued, brother. Because first of all, you wanted to be not you wanted to be, but around the time of your 50th birthday, being a comedian was something on your bucket list you wanted to knock off, and you went to the greatest of all greats, Dave Chappelle. Knowing what comedians do, especially if you're in that front row seat, regardless, I get it. Your wife, you want to protect her. You know what I'm telling my wife at the end of the show? Baby, I didn't even want to go to the Oscars.
Mm.
But you know comedians be there. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You mad at me? Leave me. If you're not, like you know, life goes on. But you
Yeah.
know what I'm not doing is putting my hand on another man. You know, in the beginning when I first saw it, I was
In
all
front of
for Will.
everybody. In front of
I was
everybody.
all for Will. I'm like, hell yeah, nigga, yeah, don't nobody disrespect your wife, and yeah, that's how you feel about it. But then you got to put the pieces of the puzzle together. At the type of woman Jada was, it's not like this is some wholesome wife. Does what she's supposed to do. The kids are at home. Came out for the Oscar night. This is Jada Pinkett. We got her rap sheet. She's embarrassed you before. So on that note, this is a woman that's clearly came out and said, "Oh, I know what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck what on my language. I don't care what I'm doing, and it's either you love me or you don't." When you put those pieces to the puzzle, then it's like, all right, well, you should have thought about that. You could have went home and took those punches from Jada. Well,
yeah, man.
slapping Chris Rock, no. But again, once I saw that movie, that literally, if you put it hand in hand, it was like when people say, "Yo, it was scripted." It was.
I think it was scripted. I happen to be one of the folks. Even from the day it happened, I thought it was scripted. I thought it was something that somebody somewhere thought of and made up. And I mean, quite frankly, this is what they came up with. So,
right.
I mean, I don't know, man.
And look how long people been talking about it.
Right.
Look how long people been talking about it. So if I was someone that was interested in watching the Oscars, right, and I enjoyed it, like, yo, what the fuck? I'm thinking, what's gonna happen next the next Oscars? You know, like if it's orchestrated that way, they entertain us,
right?
But entertain us, but don't make it seem like, all right, we're gonna. Because if you noticed anything, Will Smith never got canceled. Nothing bad happened to Will Smith's career. Everything he's doing is literally for the
Prince. Let me see this. That Fresh Prince reboot show got canceled due to this.
It got canned?
It got canceled. Like they're no longer doing the show.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because of this whole slapping thing, and then obviously he had to give the Oscar back. So I mean, there's definitely some recourse on what happened. There's definitely some blowback for sure.
I think all this was planned, bro.
Oh no, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. I think it was all planned. I'm not sure who did what, who said what, but I absolutely 100%.
He gave the Oscar back.
Yes. He had to submit his Oscar to go. Yep. He gave his Oscar back. That's exactly right.
You know what? And the Oscars ain't never really been for us anyway. And and me saying that as an actor, I always wanted an Oscar.
Yeah.
I would love to have an Oscar or two, Oscar or three.
It solidifies you.
Do you know what I'm saying? But at the cost of how much of yourself do you change, and how much of your integrity do you give up for a statue?
There you go. Well, I happen to think.
I personally say, yo, if my wife's sitting there and someone's making a joke, I'm the type of guy that before the show even starts, like whatever comedian is up there, like, yo, bro, I'm being very serious with you. Do not. Tonight's been pretty bad. Me and the wife just want to enjoy the show. I'm not going to embarrass you while you're on stage, but I guarantee you at some point in the night you will have to leave off the stage. Simple, grown man shit. You will have to leave off the stage, and at that time, because you still felt I was a joke, and when I asked you as a man to fall back, and you still came. So, there's always a line and a disrespect that has to get crossed. I feel after all these months, I don't feel Will did anything. I mean, I don't feel that Will was in the right. And it's hard to defend a man at the same time, even if I did feel he was right, that, he's copping the plea.
Oh, so you feel like Will is copping the plea to a degree?
He is.
You feel like he should stand on what he did?
They didn't stop the production of the new Bad Boys movie that's coming out at all.
Now, one will argue that the Bad Boys is pretty much owned by a Will Smith led entity. So like so basically what I'm saying is Will Smith, he's the one, he has say in whether the Bad Boys continue to finish their movie that's upcoming. So, and then especially with movies are a little bit different than series, right? Because series don't cost as much as movies. Movies, they have $200 million budgets. Series, normally they only have like 40, 50, $60 million budgets. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing. You know, if you're talking about a movie is gonna go further just from a standpoint of how much money they're putting into it and behind it to back it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Man, people are gonna love Will Smith regardless.
Yeah, I agree. However, this move by Will Smith has I wouldn't say it has shelved his career, but
it's a landmark.
I was gonna say I can't.
Not a landmark.
Go ahead.
It's probably a landmine.
Meaning?
And I say that because at any point in his career, especially after this, anytime it's such a reactive thing to talk about, it's like a landmine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people are going to remember it for so long. And then on the fact that how it's a landmine is that even if people stop talking about it, which at some point people will, just like a landmine sits under and it's hitting, the second there's some type of reference in what's going on in the new time, and then as soon as it clicks to or what happened back in the day, then boom, relit. Oh, remember that time? Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. Like that's how it is. You know, it's forever. They're tied together forever now. If anything ever brought them together more than anything in their whole career, it's what happened that fateful night at the Oscar.
I agree. I definitely agree. Hands down, you were absolutely right. And Qwik. In fact, what I would definitely say is you can't, to piggyback up your point, you can't think about Chris Rock without thinking about Will Smith.
Now these days, exactly.
You could think about Will Smith without going too deep into thought about Chris Rock, but
True.
The two are tied together. You can't really think about Chris Rock and not venture down the path of Will Smith.
But like, oh shit, yeah, didn't he get slapped at the Oscars?
It's crazy.
Like, that's the next thought. Like, oh shit, yeah, he definitely did. Damn, you got the video of that? I most certainly do.
Who don't have the video of that?
Right, the whole world saw it. The slap that was heard around the whole world.
I like how you worded that right there. So let me ask you this. Once again, if this were you, would you want to hear an apology?
No. Nope. You can keep it. You can keep it. Cause you slapped me. And we if I was a kid and we were both kids, yeah, nigga, apologize. But we grown men, man. You got to send me a few M's, man.
He said you got to send me a few M's. So that leads to my next question. Do you think at all there was at any point a transfer of money?
Oh, yeah, definitely. See, Will Smith, I love you, Will. You my mans and all that. But you got a really, 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 really good heart. And if I know motherfucker, you know what I mean, with a good heart and with money, he probably sent them, you know, a cool 5. Yo, Chris, stop. Yo, overreacted. Here's 5, brother. I'm not gonna be too mad if I got slapped and then someone apologized with $5 million, bro. I'm not gonna be mad. People can call it selling your soul or whatever. At the end of the day, this is Will Smith. How many people get slapped by Will Smith?
That's true.
How many people get slapped by Will Smith? Like, no. I wouldn't want an apology because I'm a grown man, and send 5 M's. In the bag, Will.
He said it's in 5 of them M's.
In the bag, Mr. Banks.
He said your uncle was your
Banks,
uncle
right?
is,
Yeah. Mr. Banks, right here. Tell Jeffrey to send them 5 M's, man.
that over. Oh man, okay. So you wouldn't want an apology. Let's say you get let's say this does happen to you. You do get an apology, and the apology is sincere, and you can tell it's sincere, right? And you're Chris Rock.
I'm Chris Rock, and I can tell it's sincere.
What do you do? Or how do you take this?
All right, well, if I'm Chris Rock, I'm gonna be like, yo, Will, the next 3 movies you star in, I gotta be starring in them with you. Straight up.
So you want him to ruin the storyline for any upcoming movie that Will Smith has? Is that what you're saying? Let me understand you correctly here.
And look, and then that's the joke. And that's the joke. Like, yo, when they say, yo, has Will Smith ever bombed at the box office? Yeah, when he did that movie with Chris Rock.
Do you know of any movies Will Smith may have with Chris Rock? Not even starring, just any movie.
Will Smith has never been in a movie with Chris Rock.
I find that very fascinating. What you mean?
He was on if I'm not mistaken, I know, was Chris Rock on Fresh Prince?
Well, we got the luxury of having Google here.
That'd be the only time, my brother, that they might have shared the screen in that way. But Will Smith and Chris Rock has never been in the same movie at all.
Let's see. I think Chris Rock was on Fresh Prince. Yup, he sure was.
Right? Yeah, I feel like I remember seeing him in Fresh Prince and all that. Yeah, because that's how they met. That's a fact.
Peep this. I got something this year.
What's that, man?
I got something this year. Oh man, it pains me to share this.
What's that?
It pains me to share this. You see that?
Oh, that's why he slapped him, man. That's why he slapped him.
It pains me to share this right here. I ain't going.
Oh shit! Look at this nigga, son. For my language, but yo, Will didn't want no parts of that, man. Look at that.
Facts. And what's crazy is Chris Rock is really in the dress. So after Will smacked Chris Rock on that stage, I would imagine that some of this came back. And
yeah, he saw him as a bitch ass nigga.
He had to. He
saw him with the wig. Like it we not Will, so he might have had a flashback like, oh, and then pow.
No, you know what he did? It's like that thing where your girl got a gay best friend and you wind up slapping them like, look, y'all friends. Me and you not friends. You know what I'm saying?
Not friends. Stay move.
Like, yo, don't get it fucked up. You and my girlfriends, you and me not friends, nigga.
We not friends, dog. Ain't nothing cool over here.
watch what you say out your mouth about me to my girl or any of y'all friends in your group, nigga. Me and you ain't friends. Y'all friends. That's what this remind me of.
That's
and
what happened.
I can feel him on that. I can definitely feel him on that. So here's this. Now that we've seen this photo here, do you think this would play a role in Chris requesting money or receiving any funds from Will Smith? You think this plays a role in it?
Nah, you know what it does? Yeah. Yo, that is really a bad picture, Chris Rock.
That's a bad photo. Let's see if they got any other photos.
They got this. They got him in
Oh,
drag.
they got he was on there in a couple different outfits, quote unquote. And then yet again, look who he's with.
Right? Yeah, they were both in the same movie. So look, see, bro. So that's my whole thing. You was in 3 movies with your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Madagascar movie, there was 3 films.
Right.
So there's a relationship. So that means when Will's wife, when Jada was on tour to promote the movie, pretty sure the kids was there. I'm pretty sure Will was there. I'm pretty sure Will ran into Chris Rock. I'm pretty sure, oh, yo, let's have dinner. So there are all these moments where we as the outsiders forget they have their own world where it's not like Will just went to an award show and Chris Rock was, just Chris Rock and they didn't know each other.
Right.
It's not like, oh, Will Smith was this big superstar. There's a relationship.
Right. It's something there.
And in relationships, it'd be no different than if your mama slapped your friend for acting silly at the party in the house.
That's true.
You might, oh, ma, yeah, but yo, bro, why was you in ma's house acting silly? You can call your mother, but your mother get beat up too. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't get why everyone else dragged it the way they did, because it looks scripted.
Definitely looks scripted.
And second of all, they all had a relationship prior, way before the slap even happened. I'm sure their kids go to school together. They've done movies together, obviously. They Will Smith and Chris Rock go all the way back to the 90s.
Mm-hmm. They go all the way back to this photo right here. No, you were absolutely right. And I mean,
you know what I'm saying? This is not like one of those scenarios where in Hollywood, because people would be surprised at this, where they'd be like, oh, I couldn't believe this actor didn't know this actor. Well, that's how busy they be. You think everyone knows everyone, but some people really be that busy and or that too important to be around any of the rest of the actors,
Right.
So, hey, whatever happened to transpired that night transpired. I'm not mad at any of those parties. You know what I'm saying? Cause I love Everyone Hates Chris, and I fucks with Fresh Prince.
Okay, so that begs the next question here. We got one more question after this before we wrap up here, but which one do you think is better?
Oh, Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah, hands down, huh? Okay.
Man, it was easy.
Is it because you were at a younger age experiencing Fresh Prince? Because remember when Everybody Hates Chris came out, it was years. It was at least
we were teenagers.
Exactly. So we were experiencing the world in a different way, and it was a little bit different with Fresh Prince. We all could relate to that because that was back in in the early 2000s, late 90s, that type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, and then when Chris came out, it was well into the 2000s when that.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. I want to say Fresh Prince was more or less. I want to give it up to the director of the show.
Forget that. Okay,
Whoever directed Fresh Prince did a great fucking job.
Let me back up 1 second. 1 second. And I don't mean to cut you off, but let me back up 1 second because I want to rephrase and rework this question. Okay. Both Fresh Prince, because I really want to get a dissection of this right here, this question right here. So I'm gonna phrase it different. Okay. Both the Fresh Prince and Everybody Hates Chris had a family, right?
Yes.
It goes 3 or 4 kids, a mom, a dad. We all know what the dad does, and we all know how the mom interacts with the kids. We never knew really what the mom on either show did. We knew what the dad's job was and how the dad interacted with the children. We know how the mom interacted with the children, but let me ask you this. So as we know, Uncle Phil was a lawyer. He was a rich lawyer, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Julius, and these are some of the contrasting things that I've noticed on the show just in this moment that we've been having this conversation. Julius is more of I think he was a janitor. But he didn't have as much money as Uncle Phil, right? And then also Chris Rock lived in Brooklyn. He lived in the hood. He was around immediate influences from other people in the hood environment. Will Smith, his parents moved him out to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. My question to you is, we have these two wildly different family dynamics, right? And one would think, because you also answered it, you said Fresh Prince was better, and that's why I asked you, do you think it was better because of the time that we were in? Because if you think about the dynamics of the shows, the two shows and how they contrast, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was shot in Bel-Air. Only a few episodes were shot in the hood, or to depict the hood.
Depict with the hood, yeah.
Right. Everybody Hates Chris was all the elements of the hood that you can get. So that's why I think that's an interesting ask to say. What are your? Go ahead. No, I'm gonna let you pick that apart. Go ahead.
So, growing up, right, Fresh Prince showed a young man that was relatable. Mm-hmm. Basketball, sneakers, the swag, the music, women.
Okay.
But he's living in a dream house, your dream house.
Okay.
It looks attainable. Now they put this young man in a private school. Mm-hmm. Shows what happens in a good way when he's in a private school. Like how it would take off for you if you, the same way you were in public school with confidence, mm-hmm. the same way Will Smith went into private school with confidence, took off, stand out. Oh, wow, the Qwik. You're going to get to success a lot quicker because you automatically stand out from everyone.
Right.
Fresh Prince also had everyone's favorite artist sometimes be up on that show. So you had the special guest. You know, you watched it up to years, was on there singing and Will Smith, yeah, all that. So not only is it a show, so now you might be singing your favorite, Boyz II Men song. You feel me? Or they had they had on there, but Fresh Prince just bought everything that was cool, smart, mm-hmm. and that was literally marketable, and put it in one show.
Let me stop you there because you said something that was very fascinating, right? You said about how um, what Will Smith did felt obtainable, right?
Yes.
And then you also said how where they had all of the hottest artists at the time on the show, and you're like, oh, such and such was on there singing and doing this and that, maybe
Exactly.
even playing a role. Heck, even look at Chris Rock. He was even on the show at one point in time. So I can definitely understand what you're saying. But what I do want to say is the differences between what you're saying and what Everybody Hates Chris portrayed was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was more of a unrealistic representation of reality for us as Black people. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So for most folks, and I think if you ask most folks which one was better or made the most impact in terms of just their families, they probably would say the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but not necessarily noticing the nuances and the differences between the two families and which one they actually identify with more readily. So like the dad on Everybody Hates Chris, everybody can relate to that dad.
Yeah, the poor dad.
The poor dad, everybody can relate to him. The having multiple kids, being able to go down, because remember on Everybody Hates Chris, they knew the people who owned the store. They were always going to the store because the store was next. Everybody can relate to that. Not very many people can relate to you getting into a fight at a basketball game and you having a rich uncle out in LA who's going to be able to take care of you and protect you from the fight that you got in.
That's
and
a
then
fact.
Also even further with the wishful thinking in terms of especially young Black men, where we have this thing where we think we can get in trouble and it's all going to be all right. In a way, I could argue that the Fresh Prince really it gave a false image of you being able to do something that you know you're not supposed to do, and not only get away with it, but be rewarded and reap the benefits of that reward, and being able to go. Now you got into this fight. Now you can go to college. Now you can talk to all of these girls and live in this big mansion and have somebody take. You get what I'm saying? And then not only that, not only having a rich uncle, but your rich uncle was a lawyer. Not very many people can relate to something like that
at all. Not too many people have that blessing.
Exactly. That's why the sense
of people have that blessing, and that's what the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air sold. They sold if you had the right circumstances and you were born lucky, this is what it looks like. So it's not necessarily unattainable because that's a lot of reality for a lot of lucky Black men.
Well, here's the thing. I know you also said they marketed it in a certain particular way.
Right.
I want to say that they did market it in a way, but it was more so marketed in a way where folks who don't have the privilege that Will had on the show, are able to have a inkling or maybe a view of what something like that will look like.
Would be like, yeah. That's a fact, bro. You know how many people I'm sure was like, what if my uncle was Uncle Phil? I would have never went to jail. Or I never would have gotten caught. But see, what they fail to realize is that if Will was already living with his uncle, he would have never gotten in trouble that way.
Exactly.
So not only was it that his uncle came to his life, his saving, it was where his uncle was living.
Right.
It was how his uncle was moving. You know what I'm saying? So Will's situation compared to Chris Rock's show was that a lot of people could relate to, if you spilled milk, your mama was going to be mad at you spilling some milk, or your daddy was going, hey man, what you doing? You got my milk and you ain't paid for that. Or if the lights are on too long. So there were a lot of, or food stamps, or electricity being cut off, or, having not really attending this bill to take care of this bill, you know, or seeing moms with the hot comb. That's what everyone hate Chris made it more relatable to the
Right.
show.
Right, I agree.
Way more relatable, where it was like, yo, look, you know what it was like? It was like when PJs and the Projects came out.
Okay.
When that show came out, people was like, yeah, I mean, it was with the clay and it, you know, it had its little extra dramatic shit, but it was like, yo, they had project situations that had people like, yeah, man, that's how it is in the projects.
But understand, even that show, unfortunately, you know, came to an end very quickly. And what I will argue there is that I think you even said it yourself, the marketing of it, how it was marketed. I mean, the PJs was only on TV for what, 3 seasons. I don't know how many episodes there were or why they got canceled. It says after 2 seasons on Fox, the show moved to WB in the 2000s.
And then Eddie Murphy
ratings led to its cancellation in 2001. The final 2 episodes weren't aired until 2003. Wow. So that's crazy. So, I mean, it says it's high budget. Maybe, you know what probably cost a lot at the time? I just want to look at this.
Yeah, stop motion animation back then was a lot more difficult. That's a fact.
It was
Once upon a time,
a lot more difficult to because I mean these were at the time, these were really fucking good graphics. Don't get me wrong.
No, bro, what? Everyone, yo, you would have been silly not to tune in because we've never seen anything like that.
we ain't playing chess.
These were really good graphics if you think about it. If you really, really think about it, these were really good graphics. Even today, I mean.
And you, what's up with that getup? I told you to wear something inconspicuous so you don't get noticed.
But don't get me wrong. Today, oh, you know what? I wasn't even sure there. I'm sorry, but I mean, these were really good graphics.
How you like me now? All right.
I mean, today
I got everything here for you.
These graphics wouldn't be as good, or excuse me, I'm sorry. Today, these graphics would be a shit ton better and a lot easier to recreate. Now, back then, I mean, obviously they didn't have MacBooks and all of the shit that we have readily accessible.
Right, readily accessible. Like they was in the trenches with this,
exactly.
And this is what they came out with. So
exactly, but no, I mean, to your point, to your credit, man, that was a good conversation, man. Any last words for the people before we get out of here, my brother?
My people of the good world, I want to share nothing but light, love, and blessings to you. I want to make sure y'all tuning in every week because we getting back to it. We about to really dig back in. We about to make sure y'all getting all the content, every content we talking on, everything. And when I tell you my opinion and this man's opinion over here, it is like, well, the camera always, it's this way. Yeah.
We gotta get you a light for your we gotta get you a light, my brother.
No, I'm gonna pick up. There's a few things I gotta pick up. It's all in the works. It's coming.
Yeah,
it's all coming. We're just finding the perfect stuff.
Let me know what you pick up before you grab it. That way I can let you know if you need to grab it.
Yeah, because I was gonna get the light fixture, the when you stand up, the circle joint.
Yeah, depending on what you could do that. Yeah, you know what, you could do that. You could do that. Because I mean, you already got the one where you already got the where you had to use the laptop. But
yeah, I'm on the laptop right now. Yeah,
I think I ain't gonna lie. I think the laptop is a little better. It was in terms of the look. So maybe even if you just had a light just like right behind the laptop shining on you, because That's a good background with the ice cream tigers in the back.
Yeah, that's where I had set it up. Yeah, this the ice cream room. Ice cream room. I had set it up. There's a few more stickers I gotta put because I want to make it look like yo, man, dogs running behind me. But yeah, this we in the ice cream room right now, and then with the ice cream hat on, the shit sells itself.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. That'll definitely be a dope setup, man, for sure, man. You see, I finally got my setup
Yo, your
back.
setup looks amazing, man. I'm loving the ones right there, the back to back, right face action with the tree in the back.
Man, and I got the light back here going crazy. You feel me? You know what I mean? Doing a little something. So we
Yeah,
trying to get it together, man. We trying to get it together. But
almost definitely.
let me also ask you when you do get whatever you're gonna get. Like I said, just let me know whether it's um a microphone. It don't sound like you need a microphone. You sound like you're good on that regard, but definitely probably just a light,
Yeah, not copy. I can see. I look a little dark over here.
Oh man, you definitely look dark for sure.
No, I'm saying to the fans, I'm not a dark skinned nigga. I'm super light skinned.
Super light skin, man. I mean, but other than that, my brother, I will talk to you this Thursday. Let's get it active. Let's get back to it. You already know the vibes. I'm about to get me something to eat, my brother.
Yeah.
You enjoy the rest of this beautiful night, my friend.
Blessings. You and the family do too. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's a Hunnit K. Make sure y'all check back in on that lingo talk. Hit y'all on Thursday.
Hit y'all on Thursday. Let's get it.
Shoo.
All right, Brody.
Yeah, bro. Easy.
Easy.